It's been a waterlogged week for the Lords and Ladies sports teams that included a myriad of schedule changes. We hope you kept up, but if you didn't, you've come to the right place. Welcome into the weekly wrap-up show presented by the Kenyon Sports Connection. I'm your host, Evan Frazier. The Kenyon men's lacrosse team was undeterred by the weather and have been making one-goal games somewhat of a trend lately. The Lords are currently riding a 3-match winning streak, all won by a single goal. Last week, Kenyon defeated Kenyon College, battling through a blizzard that swept through northeast Ohio. Patrick Shevelson helped Kenyon make a defensive stand late, totaling 7 saves, while Justin Coleman scored twice to put the Lords up for good. Kenyon has now won 5 of their last 6 and is 7-3 on the season. NCAC Player of the Week honors were handed out to freshman midfielder Alex Lopez after he scored 6 goals in a week, including 4 against Otterbein and the game winner against Oberlin. The ladies' lacrosse team faced rain and sleet, playing just before the deep freeze came through. However, Kenyon's offense went cold first, scoring just 6 times to Oberlin's 14 in its loss over the weekend. The ladies closed out the last week of action with a 1-2 record, falling to Wittenberg most recently 17-12, but claiming a 10-7 win over Otterbein University out of the OAC. Caroline Shipman scored 12 points behind 8 goals and 4 assists over that time and now leads the ladies with 26 goals on the year. Kenyon's golf team was out at the Muskegum Spring Invitational, where the Lord's score was heavily impacted by the wind and rain. But despite it all, Kenyon tied for 2nd place. They were paced by Alex Blickel, who fired a par 70 after day 1, and then closed out the tournament with a second day 76, good for 2nd place individually. First performance, Blickel was named NCAC Golfer of the Week. Men's tennis played in one of its most challenging tournaments of the season when it went out to Atlanta, Georgia for the Emory University Invitational. The Lords opened with number 10 Middlebury in a highly anticipated match, but fell 7-2. The Lords came back to beat DePaul University 5-3, but then settled in for a clash against another top 10 team and host Emory. The Lords and Eagles took it to the wire, and it came down to their best versus our best, but Michael Razumovsky dropped a 3-setter, pinning Kenyon with a 5-4 loss. Women's tennis had split success last week, defeating Kenyon College at their place 7-2 on Saturday. The ladies rolled through singles play against Allegheny, taking 5 of 6 solo matches and 2 of 3 doubles preceding that. Following the match, the NCAC named Taylor Diffley the Conference Women's Tennis Player of the Week after winning her singles and doubles match versus the Gators. However, the ladies lost to Denison on Tuesday 8-1, but made the Big Red work, forcing tiebreakers in 3 of 6 singles matches and in its lone match victory in doubles play. Baseball and softball both opened their conference seasons over last week, though the schedule was fiddled with in order to get those games in. Both teams struggled, as the Lords were swept in 4 against defending NCAC champion Worcester. Freshman Tyler Roldan led the Lords by going 4 for 7 with 3 ribbies over the second doubleheader and finishing the 4-game set hitting 7 for 14. The ladies went out to DePaul, where the Tigers handed them a pair of shutout losses, 4-0 and 3-0. Kenyon had opportunities, but was unable to bring around any of the 10 runners they put into scoring position. Both teams are set to host Oberlin College this weekend in more conference action. Men's and women's track and field were both at the Worcester Invitational last weekend. However, those nasty weather conditions we've been talking about a lot shortened the meet. The meet went unscored since it was terminated early, but Eric Engelbrecht won the men's 1,500-meter race, while 3 ladies placed inside the top 5 in the same event, led by senior Tori Brush's 2nd-place finish. As we look ahead to the upcoming schedule, keep your eye on the weather, and let's hope our Lords and Ladies get some sunshine added to the docket. That will close up shop on another weekly wrap-up show. Be sure to follow all the updates on your Lords and Ladies online at athletics.kenyon.edu, just in case more schedule alterations are on the way. Also, next week is Why D3 Week, where we take a look at what makes being a D3 athlete so great. We'll be releasing a feature video starring student athletes from the class of 2014, so be sure to come back for that and many more presentations of the Kenyon Sports Connection. But until then, I'm your host, Evan Frazier. Go Lords and go Ladies.